A man named Hal Jordan is seen walking at the countryside. He tries to recite his mantra that gives him courage and willpower, but his thoughts give him away. All he has is fear. The fear of humans, animals, living things, and finally, he fears himself more than anything else. Walking suspiciously, a policeman pulls him over and asks him questions as to why he was walking alone. Being absent-minded, Hal didn't realize that he was being talked to. The police then offers him a ride to the nearest bus stop as he sees Hal's hands in his pocket. He sees this to be a threat as he orders Hal to raise both of his hands up. Hal tries to explain the situation as he says to the policeman that a man named Abin was the one who did it. Hal lifts his hand from his pocket as we see a dark shadow around his hand. The scene goes blank as it appears again. We see the policeman's car smashed along with some signs of fights and destruction. After some time, we see Hal entering an eatery. He is given water by the manager as the television starts to broadcast a video showing a green dome. It shows a giant green lantern, the symbol of the Green Lantern Corps, laying in the center of Greenland City. We howl as his face looks dark and gloomy. He gets a flashback as we see Hal with his friends John and Mary. They are seen catching up after a long time as they see some bikers coming from the side. The bikers ride with speed as they suddenly crush into an unknown force field. The trio go to the scene as John realizes that only a golden ring was able to go through the force field. He picks it up as Mary sees something hovering in sky and asks the others to take a look. We see the creature Abin, a member of the Green Lantern Corps, sent to Earth to judge its warriors and people. Back to the present, we see Hal telling the others that it was Abin. He says that Abin gave him something worse than a weapon. The manager listening to this perceives to grab her weapon. A fat guy shouts at Hal Jordan to speak well as he asks Hal to take his hand out of his pockets. He forcefully takes Hal's hand out as we see that his hand had become as powerful as a black hole, taking the shape of a hand itself. The hand takes control as it raises the fat man in the sky, turning him into absolute nothingness. Hal struggles to control it when the manager pulls out her gun and shoots Hal. Hal gets shocked for some time, but later thinks that at least his death would end his misery. But the hand thought otherwise. It dug into Hal's body, took out the bullet and completely healed him. Just then, we see the hand completely obliterating everyone in the eatery as they all die. A green light shines into the eatery as a female screams Hal's name. We see the female named Mary as she is seen full of the power of the Green Lantern energy. She asks Hal what he had done. Hal explains that the hand acts up on its own whenever it feels danger. He then asks Mary why she looks like that. He says that Mary looks exactly like Abin. It turns out that whenever Abin judges humans, he obliterates them with his power, which made other humans fight against him, leading to their deaths. John realizes that he can use gold to pierce through the dome made by Abin. Abin, noticing this, takes John out. Back to the present, we see the hand acting up because it wants to absorb the light in Mary. Hal asks Mary to turn off the light in her when she says she can't. She also tells Hal to control his hand when he says he also can't. Hal gives in, thinking that the hand would be satisfied with just a little light. He attacks Mary as she blocks with her newfound power. She does a fist which creates a giant fist, hitting Hal out of the eatery. Hal opens his eyes as he sees Mary hovering above him. As she says this, Hal, you better get your business under control or I swear I will do it for you the hard way. The hand becomes bigger as it attacks Mary, slamming her down. She gets up in the air again as Hal gives up on himself. He becomes the hand, and the hand becomes him. He asks Mary about why he got the hand when Mary got the better power. We see that Hal was in sorrow after seeing John getting killed by Abin. With the knowledge he had about the gold from John, he gets bullets as he coats them with gold. He stands outside when Mary distracts Abin with questions. He is about to shoot Abin when he notices him actually having a conversation with Mary. Mary calls Abin a murderer when Abin explains that he didn't kill anyone. He merely transported them to planet Owire for them to continue the second stage of the awakening process. This meant that the people Abin attacked with his power were merely transported. Abin is about to fly upwards when Mary jumps at him for answers. She unexpectedly placed her hands, of which she wore a ring made with gold, into Abin chest. Diving into his soul, she sees the past of Abin dating millions of years ago.
By the time she had regained her senses, she was full of power which had been transmitted from Abin to her. We see Abin in the ground as he calls Mary an anomaly. To watch the next part of this insane story, subscribe to the channel to not miss it.